I'd like to start by letting you know that this is just a preview of Chapter 2 of Ben 10's Legacy. We'll also analyze and compare it with the original series, which is fair and necessary. And finally, a preview of the next 2 chapters that await us in Ben 10's Legacy. With all that said, I got a month and let's get started. In the last episode of Ben 10's Legacy, Tetrax came to Earth to create a new team with the Tennysons. While they had to face the hybrids and their upcoming alien invasion, would they run into Kevin? To stop him, Ben had to use his new Omnitrix, with which he would transform into fire and start a battle against Kevin's new mutation. The episode begins with a flashback reminding us how Ben and Kevin met. With our powers, we could do whatever we wanted, whenever we wanted, we'd be rich. What do you say, guys? We all know this didn't end well, so let's get back to the main battle. Ben throws the first punch with fire, but Kevin quickly recovers and tries to destroy him. Luckily, Heat Blast is skilled enough to dodge Kevin's attack and mock him.
Over here, fake chimera.
Heat Blast tries again, launching himself at full speed with what looks like an unstoppable attack. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Kevin with a simple move clears the fire, but realizes he hasn't hit Ben.
You think you're so smart, Tennyson? In case you haven't noticed, I'm stronger than you now. Look how I crushed your little fire without any effort. You better not think this is just a lucky streak, right?
Ben appears from the skies with a very confident smile. Kevin finally felt true terror.
The real streak starts now. Destructor Meteor.
This is how the second chapter of Ben 10 Legacy begins, which for now we'll leave it at that. The creators have given us a small preview of what's coming in Chapter 2 of Ben 10 Legacy. For now, let's analyze and compare the events with the original series. The big difference is that both happen at different times. So here we see a 20-year-old Ben, while in the original series we see a 15-year-old Ben. As for Kevin, it's quite striking to know that he has a controlled mutation. From the flashback we saw at the beginning to the current fight we're in, Kevin still has Omnitrix power within him, specifically the powers of Heat Blast, Diamond Head, 4 Arms, and Upgrade. I was also thinking that these tentacle-like things could come from Wildvine, but I'd like to know your opinion in the comment box. Going back to Kevin's controlled mutation, the power he has is absolute. So it could be similar to the controlled version of Ben 10 Omniverse, in which he could obtain the power of all the aliens in Ben's Omnitrix, and return to his natural form without losing control. So you're not crazy, right? Not entirely, thanks to that mental ray I received from Servants. Compared to the original version, Kevin could absorb matter like the train rail. I have enough power to take him.
That's new.
A lot of power, a lot of resistance, which made this Kevin a pretty dangerous enemy. But compared to this version, he doesn't stand a chance. The original series featured the debut of Swampfire, while the comic introduced Heat Blast. There's a big difference in power and abilities between the two, since Swampfire was used for the first time. Ben didn't know this alien and had no idea about the powers it had. Imagine that the first time he used it to try to defend himself, he had to rely on an external object like a beam to deflect a car that was being driven by the DN aliens. In Ben 10 Legacy, Heat Blast was used, an alien that was already known. The great control he had over the fire alien even led him to mock Kevin for a second. He made him think he was in control, just to toy with him and then proceed with his most powerful attacks, showing the confidence and great power he has over these aliens. The Ben 10 comic is created by 2 great artists who also worked on the second and third parts of the comic, titled Legacy. Now, besides this, these artists have some other important projects as well, like La Quinta Luz, Sizen, and Nuket Comics, which I personally highly recommend checking out. On their social media, they usually give you 1 or 2 spoilers before the chapter is uploaded. This is a special preview, a short synopsis of the last 6 chapters that these artists offer us in Ben 10's Legacy, chapter number 2. Ben, Wen, and Tetrax find themselves caught in an intense confrontation against the Eternal Knights and Kevin as they try to uncover the connection between them and the hybrids' invasion of Earth. The Fifth Light. In a universe before ours, primordial titans rule as a royal dynasty. Their princess is destined to become the greatest symbol of passion and responsibility. Sizen grand premiere in chapter 1. In Edo period Japan, the Arashi clan, samurai who wield advanced technology, kasi, have nearly annihilated the symbionts, Genju and his allies. The ninjas of the Shishin clan and Sora Shishin, along with the last survivors of their clan, are the only thing standing in the way of Arashi's tyranny. While the crops are being prepared for the coming winter, Hisoka discovers a nearby facility controlled by the Arashi. Bandia's Legacy. Chapter 3, Ben and his team reach a dead end in their investigation, which forces them to form a tense and uncomfortable alliance. Seishin, Chapter number 2, Nigawa's team has been captured and now their fate is in the hands of the Arashi Nuket. Grand Premiere, none loathe evil more than Thomas Maximus, aka Maximilian Kane. Not even his own family will be safe from his furious nuclear judgment. If any of these synopses have caught your interest, let me repeat. You can visit these great artists on their social media, which will be in the video description and in a pinned comment. I will announce the release date and time of Ben 10, Legacy number 2 on the channel as soon as the full episode is out. Or on my Instagram, where I recently needed one of you to be the voice of little Kevin. To participate, practice this dialogue and record it in a quiet place. Quality audio may be featured in the next video. I think it's a pretty good opportunity to keep interacting with you all. Only the people who interact with the channel and with this video, like leaving comments, liking it, sharing it, only they will be able to participate. This relates to the next video, a summary of the reboot's 4th season. I have to tell you that it takes a lot of time to make, and that it won't be available by this coming Saturday. It will be available on the last Saturday of June. These are epic videos in which the best episodes are collected, and they try to make a coherent story. So look forward to it with great anticipation. Also, next week you'll have shorts, so enjoy them with the great company of Nicole Perlaza, Ariel Cortez, and Lovenzo. 52. I'm signing off. Remember, I'm Frio, and I'll see you next time. Bye.